Welcome to Mornings with Matt, personal and professional development training that connects the art of acting with critical life skills and self-mastery. Presented by the Deering Acting Studio.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mornings with Matt. I am doing some juggling this morning with my two men over here. I got Quinny in the house and Jack in the house. What is going on, gentlemen?
How's it doing?
Great. It's doing great.
You guys loving life right now?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, so I'm trying to get you guys off of... There you are. Oh, no, now I'm in front of you. That's so strange. All right, let me see if I can get me out of here. All right. Yeah, so this is the tough part about doing this show without Joey, is that sometimes I screw things up pretty bad. You guys are so talkative today. Wow, I mean, I can't believe it. Can't believe how talkative the two guys could potentially be. What is... So let me talk about yesterday, guys. How was your day yesterday?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
It was good.
All right, tell me about it. Like, let's not just be, like...
Finished my schoolwork.
Okay.
Gotta go to my uncle's house, play a couple of video games.
All right.
Very nice.
I dig it. So today we're talking about the third in our series called E.R.O.S, which is something that I've been working on to help people out. And so the idea behind E.R.O.S is that we are trying to figure out how to feed our focus, is what I call it. Because sometimes it can be very hard to focus. As a matter of fact, Quentin, I wonder, is this something that you can relate to specifically about focus? Hello?
Oh,
Quentin?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me about it.
So I take ADHD medicine.
Okay, so you got some ADD going on?
Yep.
You know what? I do too. I'm a big ADD guy.
Yeah.
Here's for all the ADD kids. So look what happened here. I have this issue where I'm in front of you. It's super annoying.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to cut to you yet, which is really bothering me.
Can you see me now, though?
Well, I mean, I can see you, but the problem is I can't put you onto the live video because for whatever reason it's being all weird.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm working on it. Just put it that way. I'm working on that thing. Let me see here. Remove from the preview. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I did it! Yay! Yay, Uncle Matt! He needs a bigger cheers. All right, very good. Let me put you guys down there. All right, now you're live on TV here. So let's get this camera to where we can see the two gentlemen. There we go. That is Preston and Quentin, the voices that were delighting us earlier. So, all right, so you're a kid with AD.
Preston and Quentin, Jack and Quentin.
Did I say Preston and Quentin?
Yeah.
Bros, you don't even know. Like, think about this. I was Uncle Matt for so long before I was Dad.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, and I really was like I loved you guys. I sort of treated you like you were my kids. You guys got to talk. You got to fill the airspace.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the day, not the same day you were born, but like in like a few weeks. I was like, "That's your Uncle Matt," because I was just so used to saying it.
Yeah, for real. So, gentlemen, I do want to dive into this ADHD thing. I think that's a really cool idea, cool concept, because a lot of kids deal with that. And so, Jax, just so you know what that is, ADHD is attention deficit disorder is what they call it. And, like, disorder sounds like really scary, like, I got a disorder. It's really not that big of a deal. Oh. It just means that you have a hard time sometimes paying attention during things or switching your focus from one idea to the next seamlessly. And so Quentin's medicated for this thing. I'm medicated for this this ADHD thing. And some people have it and they're not medicated, which is fine too. And so so today we are actually speaking on the third subject of how to feed our focus. So the first one we talked about was environment. Environment, which means how do you clean up your space to make it so that it's simple, so that you can keep your focus and pay attention. So like, for instance, Jack's having a really hard time right now paying attention to me instead of paying attention to him on his own screen. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like you're looking at me like this, and then you're like sneak peek, sneak peek, sneak. Gosh, I look good. Is probably what he's thinking. I don't know what he's thinking, but it's hilarious. So the idea of like keeping our focus can be hard. So the first one I talked about was your environment. How do you protect your environment? How do you get things cleaned up? Then the second one I talked about was our rituals. Do you know what a ritual is?
No.
How about you, Quentin?
Yeah.
What's a ritual, dog?
Like.
Gotta talk in the mic.
Oh, okay. It's like thing that you do with like a certain amount of people that happens like maybe like once a year, and like I'm not sure how to like say it.
A ritual?
Yeah. And
Well, no, that could be a ritual, like something religious or, something like that. But also rituals are just like sort of like a habit, like something that you purposefully do in order to make sure that you can maintain success. So, for instance, I mentioned like one of my examples yesterday was Steph Curry has a ritual when he shoots a free throw. What is it? What does he do every time he shoots a free throw?
dribble, dribble, dribble. Shoot.
That's right. Dribble, dribble, dribble. 3 dribbles. What else does he do? He does something with his mouth every time.
Oh, he chews his mouth guard.
Every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he do that?
It's a habit.
Well, it's a ritual. So it's a habit, but it's a ritual. It's something he did on purpose. So what it does is it relaxes him. So when you do the same thing every time, then no matter what, even if you're under a pressure situation, even if there's 3 seconds left on the clock and you're down by 2, he feels the same amount of pressure as he feels in practice or in the beginning of the game because he does the same thing. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Stick out my mouthpiece. Shoot. Swish. He doesn't think about it. That's the power of a ritual. The power of the ritual is to get yourself in a state of relaxation, a state where you can be successful. Okay? All right. So today we are talking about specifically outside forces and how to overcome outside forces. So what would you consider to be an outside force that takes away your attention?
Video games.
Jack, what about you?
Friends?
Friends, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. So we have these outside forces. I have a few examples here in my upcoming book, The Best Listener in the Room, and I talk about this idea of coworkers will come up to your desk and be like, "Hey, how's your day? Like, what's going on? Hey, did you hear about the weather? Hey, how about that football game? Did you hear about the football game?" And of course, your coworkers always sound like this. That's what they sound like. I'm just kidding. But they come up and they talk to you, right? And the thing was, you were in the zone. Maybe you were sitting at your desk and you were finally getting a bunch of stuff done, and then all of a sudden you get like Quentin, you were here yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to see Uncle Matt's like a superhero. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like the work that I do?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had no idea.
Yeah, you do a lot of work.
Bro, I've been working all morning. Jack, you are on air as you make that scrunchy nose. I don't know, Quentin. Maybe Jack can join us in the ADHD club. It's possible because he's having a hard time focusing on anything besides his own face right now. You know what I need to do is I need to turn the camera around. Then you won't be tempted.
Oh, yeah.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
Right now, live on the air?
No.
Like we are live on the air. I'm turning the camera around. Here we go. You ready?
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to do it.
No.
Oh, my goodness. That was me live turning the camera around. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Deering. here by himself and his boy. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I got your attention, baby. Okay. ADHD boys in the house. Because guess why that's important? Let me tell you why that's important. If I'm talking to you and I see your eyes kind of drifting away, right? I feel like this.
I told you.
I feel like a
I told you.
sad trombone. Just. All right, so where was I? Talk to me.
We were talking about how like it was hard to focus.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, the coworker. How come that's a
Yeah.
superhero? Come on, how could you forget about that?
I don't know.
How could you possibly forget about the fact that I'm a superhero? Come on, Quentin. Come on, boy.
My fault.
That's all right. I forgive you. I forgive you. Okay, so we're doing all this work, right? Like you helped me. You sat down and helped me, and then you asked me this question. You were like, "So, are you telling me that the stuff I was helping you with, you were gonna have to do that plus all the stuff that you've been doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was gonna do that." And I'm like, "And there's still stuff left that I'm gonna leave for tomorrow." And you were like, mind blown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now here's what I want you to know. You were really focused when you sat down to help me yesterday, were you not?
Yeah.
So Quentin helped me with this casting we have going on, Jack, and so he was helping me with some of the organizational stuff, and it probably took you what, like an hour and a half? Okay, so imagine this: we got this hour and a half. You're focused, I'm focused. How much did we talk to each other? Not non-work related.
Not really at all.
Not really at all, right? We couldn't.
Yeah.
Now imagine this. Imagine you had friends coming over that were just like, "Hey man, what's up? Like, do you hear about the ball game?" Or if I had like another coworker coming up and going, "Hey, I have a question for you about this other job. I have a question about you about this. Like, hey, should I mop the floor in this way?" Like if they kept interrupting me and asking me those questions, how long do you think it would have taken us to get that work done? That's the same amount of work.
Probably another hour or two.
At least. Yeah, we would have doubled our work. So the idea is we got to protect ourselves from these outside forces. So that's the idea for today's shows. We got to protect ourselves from these outside forces that are coming our way. And sometimes they're good even, you know, sometimes these are people that love us, they're coming and they are distracting us. But we need to know how to protect ourselves from even the people we love. So what's another outside force? Another one that's like really, really common. Quinn, do me a favor. Will you pick up this tripod and move it right over here so it's facing me right here? No, this big guy. Yeah, right over there. Thank you. All right, so Jack, I'm gonna give you a hint.
Is it family?
No. Family. So family can be an outside force, 100%. So you're gonna pick up the whole thing and move it right over there. So family can definitely be a distraction, Jack, but they're like, keep going. Can you go further or no? Like right here? Yeah, just get it out of the way.
This one?
Yeah, just get that out of the way, Quentin. Come on. This is my whole production crew this morning. I got production crew, Mr. Quentin Murrieta in the house. Quinton. I got Jack Deering on coffee this morning. Oh, and let me tell you, it's delicious. Okay, good. All right, a little bit further, a little bit further. A little bit further, a little bit further. Good. Now use your finger and push on the screen and then put the square on my face so that I go in focus. Oh wait, but you can't, you need to have the whole green screen though. So maybe a bit more like that. Cause now I'm like half green screen, half not green screen, a little bit more. There you go, right like that. That's perfect. All right, cause I wanna be able to look at you guys here and still have my face on the camera. All right, so we're back. All right, have a seat, Quinn. All right, so check it out, boys. Check it out. So we're in the middle of something here. And I know this show is clunky this morning. I get it. All right. Let me tell you why it's clunky. We played video games last night, like nobody's business, guys. We
played basically till 11.
It was unbelievable, Jack. Like, Quinny was like swinging on ropes and just like blowing people up with lightsabers, and you know, we dropped some Madden 21 on some folks, some unsuspecting fools.
They had no clue what was coming.
Let me tell you, my favorite part about the Madden 21 was when I would play somebody online And then they would think like, oh, I got this kid. But they didn't know they were playing against some old 40-year-old that like didn't know what he was doing. And then you would take over like fourth quarter and just be like, we do know how to play. And you just smoke him. That was kind of my favorite part. What was your favorite part, Giacomole?
I liked when we got to kill the guys with the zappers.
A little bit of killing going on. That was your favorite. A little bit of little bloodshed.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. There was really no blood in that game.
No, there was no blood.
It was just guys going, ouch, dead.
Ow, ouch, that hurt.
Well, because they were stormtroopers, and stormtroopers like they just die by the millions in all those movies, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So we're talking about these outside forces. Here was my hint. I got a hint for you. Okay, like I think the biggest outside force. Ring.
The doorbell?
All right, I'll give you another hint.
Oh, the jackpot winner.
No, not the jackpot winner. You guys are terrible guessers. Or else I'm bad with my sound effects. I'm sure I'm terrible at the sound effect part here. I don't have anything. I don't have a sound effect for this.
You have a bell.
I do have a bell, but it's not a bell. You know what it is? It's a cell phone. It's a cell phone, guys. Come on, ring. I said ring. Ring.
Oh.
And then I was like, that's a cell phone. Come on, that's a cell phone, guys.
Cell phone.
Oh,
Yes, cell phone.
oh, guys.
Watch.
All right, so you failed on that quiz. That's okay. I forgive you. I still love you.
Great.
All right, so cell phone. Think about that. Same idea, Quentin. Okay, here we are, engaged, working, crushing, and all of a sudden I get text. Right? Notification. Guess what? Someone's on Facebook. Notification. Guess what? Someone's on TikTok. Notification. Text. Ring, which is a phone ringing. Somebody calls. How much work did I get done? Truthfully, how much work could you possibly get done?
No work.
No work, like none. Your mind is elsewhere. Okay, so and it's for all the kids out there. I'm going to talk to all the kids for a second. Okay, all those young, awesome. You want to put any shout outs for your friends, Quinn? It's hard. This is a shout out to all of Quentin's friends. Where do you go to school, Quentin?
Perry.
Perry. This is a shout out to all of Perry. Okay, is it
No,
Perry
I
High
don't know
School?
anyone
Perry
that
Grade
goes
School?
there.
What's that?
I don't know anyone that goes there.
All right, Perry. Hey,
What
Pally.
up?
This is for you, Pally.
No, we have Hamilton. That's where all my friends go.
Hamilton?
Yep.
Hamilton!
Oh yeah.
All right, so shout out to Hamilton, shout out to Perry. These are high schools out in Chandler. Is that right? All right, cool. So I wanted you to wrap your mind around this idea that for all you kids out there, that have you ever heard the term multitasking?
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
You're not good at it. What about you, Jack? You good at doing two things at one time? Is a trick?
Mostly not.
Good, because it's a trick.
Some rare
This is a
things.
trick question. Okay. Some rare things. Interesting. You say that. Interesting, young Jedi. Very interesting. Okay, so you say I'm not good at it. You say not mostly, but maybe some things. Okay, here's the deal, people. Multitasking doesn't exist. What?
No way.
You cannot do it. It's impossible to multitask. It's been scientifically proven that you cannot do two things well at the same time. You can do one thing, then the other thing, then one thing, then the other thing, but you can't do two things that take brain power at the same time and do them well. So here's an example of a multitasking that I could do. Because I am now proficient at mopping the floor, I know how to mop the floor, I don't have to think about mopping the floor, I can mop the floor and I could listen to a book on tape and I could hear the book and remember the book even though I'm mopping the floor. That's technically me doing two things at one time. But if I had to do something like assemble a mop bucket where I had to screw in the screws and like actually build the mop bucket, and I had to use my brain and read the instructions and like figure it out, and I was listening to the book on tape, I wouldn't remember anything. Because my brain is not capable of doing this and that, this and that, this and that. It's just not capable. So don't worry about not being good at multitasking, because guess what? It doesn't exist. Hello. So what was, do you have an example, Jack, of one of the things you said you were kind of good at doing? Two things at once?
I really forgot all of them, but I think I remember.
Like what?
I don't know.
You think you forgot, but then you think you remember, but then you don't know.
I have one.
I think I forgot, but then I think I remember, and now I don't know. I said I think I forgot, and then I think I remember, and then you know what? I don't know. I said I think I forgot, and then I think I remember, and then you know what? I don't know. Wait, what's up, Quinn? I'm done rapping for a second.
Eating cereal while watching TV.
There you go. There you go. Two mindless activities.
It's time now for Brian Sweeney's.
Whoops, that wasn't one of the
No, do it.
No, that wasn't the button I meant to push. Stop it.
Do it.
Stop
it's
it.
fun.
Why is that button still there?
Don't take it away.
All right, this is for you eating cereal and watching TV. Oh, it's a sad
I don't watch TV
trombone.
anymore.
Burn.
Well, no, you can watch TV. You can watch TV. You just got to be purposeful about the TV. You got to be purposeful. Do you know what that means? But you, Big J.
Yeah, like meaningful.
Yeah, like do it on purpose. Like you got to be planned. So, for instance, today's Saturday. Okay, Jack, what is Saturday for us in our family?
Saturday sleepover when we sleep in bed.
And we love us some Saturday sleepovers. Let me tell you, because here's what happened. The kids were jumping in our bed like too often, all the time. Kids were coming in our bed at night, and I'm just gonna say it. You were ruining my sleep. I mean, just destroying my sleep patterns. Is that right, Jack?
Yeah.
Just demolishing.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, you were there, definitely. Rozzy, my daughter, I mean, that girl was all up in my sleep.
Yeah, I was just sometimes.
You were sometimes, but
she was the main character.
literally, Rosalind's like Mike Tyson in the bed. Okay? and some sort of jujitsu master. Because she'd punch me a couple times, and then I'd finally get her situated. I'd be like, you go over by Leanne's side, little lady, you know? And then I'd finally fall back asleep, and I'd be like, and I'd take a kick to the face, a foot. And it'd be like 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm up for the day. And then I come in and crush it, but, you know. So what we did was we decided, hey, if this is going to be happening every night, how do we nix this thing? So we decided, let's purposefully schedule a sleepover. The kids get to sleep over in our bed Saturday nights. So Saturday night we purposefully watch TV, we purposefully eat ice cream or have some sort of a treat, and then we purposefully sneak into mom and dad's room and ruin my sleep. but it's only once a week. What's that?
We purposefully ruin your sleep.
That's right. You do it on purpose, and it's nice because then I'm like, all right, at least I can expect it. At least I know it's coming. Okay. So purposeful TV is no problem, Quinn. Which means like, hey, I'm gonna watch TV, but I know how much time I'm wasting. I know about it. Let me tell you, when I was in, because I told you I got the ADHD thing, right? When I was in high school, I watched a ton of TV, and when I was in grade school, a bunch, because I didn't have enough activities. So because I was bored, I would watch TV, and I'm telling you, I would watch hours and hours and hours and hours of TV every day.
Really?
Really, Jack? I know. Jack's like, my dad did that. What? And I'm like, this is why I'm trying to protect you from it.
Oh.
Because I made those mistakes, and I look back on it, and I'm going, how did that better me? It didn't, really. If I'm looking at all the TV I watched, I'm going, I could have read some books. Like, I could have been smarter. I could have been making my millions. You know what I mean? I could be getting those Benjamins.
The Benjamins?
Huh?
You never heard of Benjamins?
No, I've heard of it. Just haven't heard anyone say it.
That's because you're not in with the cool crowds these days, Quinn. See, like the cool kids are saying like Benjamins and bet, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
like bet. All right, cool. So we need to know, how do we protect ourselves? Oh my goodness gracious. Somebody's stealing my bubble water. We need to know, how do we protect ourselves from these outside forces, okay? So the way you're going to do this is you've literally got to essentially put around you a force field, a bubble of sorts. Okay, you guys know what a force field is?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Jack? Do you have any idea what a force field is?
A barrier between you and your enemy or someone else.
That's right. Dang, look at the big brains on Jack.
Big brain.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you want to put up this force field. You want to put up this barrier between you and your enemies or the people that are attacking you. And so, like I said before, even family and friends can attack you. They don't mean to, but they can sometimes. And you have to put up a barrier. So here's what I recommend everybody does. Number one, you can take your cell phone and you can turn off the notifications. It's very easy. You actually just mute all your notifications, and you can set it on your phone for between a particular time. And you can even set an automated message that says, just kidding, that says, hey, I'm in the zone right now. So unless it's an emergency, I'll get back to you in 2 hours or something like that. Like it's an amazing, amazing thing. So you set your phone to be like, okay, that's not going to go off. Boom. Perfect. Okay, I got to do the same thing with my computer. Set that on my computer. Then I got to set up my family and friends with the expectation. So I got to tell them, hey, if you come in to talk to me, if you come in to see me here in the next 2 hours, I'm going to ignore you. I love you, but I'm going to ignore you. Unless it's an emergency right now, I need you to not be in my space. And people respect that because here's what I like to tell people. It's like would that offend you? Would you be offended potentially?
I mean,
If someone said that to you, like, hey, if you want to talk to me in the next 2 hours, I can't talk to you in the next 2 hours. Like, does that sound a little offensive?
not really. I mean,
Jack?
Yeah, not really.
Okay, but maybe some people could be offended. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Some people could be like, oh, I'm offended by that. You don't want to talk to me. And they sound like that, you know? And they're like, why? I'm so offended by you. You won't talk to me?
Is that a grandpa cowboy?
Yeah, I'm a grandpa cowboy is what I am. I'm just trying to talk to you, and I'm a grandpa cowboy. But here's what I say to the grandpa cowboys of the world, okay? When someone gets offended and they say, oh, like, well, that's offensive to me, that you would say, oh, well, you can't talk to me for 2 hours. What I'll say to them is I say, here's the deal. When I talk to you, when it's your turn, essentially, guess what? Nobody else can talk to me but you. No phone, no other friends, no other family members. You're the only one that matters to me. So if you can give me that respect to give my work its 100% attention, or to give this other person my 100% attention, or right now, you guys, you have my 100% attention. You're the only thing I care about right now. Nothing else. Just you guys and, the studio audience here. But really, you have my full attention. And I have yours, right? Pretty much. Like Jack's like, I care about you and only you and your bubble water. Am I right, Jack?
Yeah.
No, but for real. So here, go ahead. He's eyeballing that thing. He's like, I'm so thirsty for bubble water. Like, who is this kid? He's like the Prince of Egypt or something. Okay, so, but think about that. That's a way to stop people from being offended by that idea. Is you say, I need my full attention, because when it's your turn, you get my full attention. And then people go, oh, well, I do want your full attention when it's my turn. So you go, yeah, that's how it works. So here's how you protect yourself from outside forces. And we are in here in this place in E.R.O.S. We are on day 3. So we hit environment, rituals, and now here's outside forces. And outside forces are going to come at you, so you got to protect yourself with the force field. So protect your digital devices, number 1. Number 2, set expectations for the people around you. You got to set those expectations so that you tell people exactly how it's going to be, why it's going to be the way that it is, and then you got to follow through. So at the end of that time, I got to make sure that we connect. Okay, so like let's take yesterday, for instance. Quincy called me up. He's like, yo, Uncle Matt, what's up, dog? And I was like, what's up, Quinny? He's like, yo, dog. And I was like, why you call me dog? He's like, I don't know, dog. And I'm like, all right, so what's up? He's like, yo, dog, I don't got to ride out to your place, yo. Like, could you like pick me up? And I was like, sure, Quentin. He's like, thanks, dog. I appreciate that, homie. That's pretty much how it went down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. So what I tell you? Do you remember what I told you?
You think a little ride's gonna stop you from coming over to my house?
That's right. So I said yes. And then what else? I set the expectation. I told you what was going to happen, didn't I?
Yeah, you said you're gonna come after you do one work thing, and you better be ready.
I'm going to come after one work thing. You better be ready. When I picked you up, how much attention did you get? When I walked into your house, how much focus was on other stuff?
0.
Zero attention on. Did I have other stuff to do?
Yeah.
As you noticed when we got back, but you got all my attention, right? Then we got in the car. We got some life lessons, some cool stuff on the way back. You gave me, I mean, just a whole encyclopedia's worth of knowledge on video games, which I appreciated. I asked you good questions. We were zoned in. I was really, I mean, I know Leanne called, but besides me putting that away, which I needed to, I was listening. And I remember I even told her, I said, hey, babe, I got Quinny in the car. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And so we hung up. So it was like, you're the only thing that's important to me. So then we go from that place right there to back to here. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but I told you, Quentin, on the phone, I said, I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna come pick you up. We're gonna come back to the studio. We're gonna do another piece of work, and then we're gonna go play and hang out. Remember that? So I set the expectation for you, so you couldn't be unhappy with it because you already knew what was going down. Mm-hmm. So then we came here and we worked, and as we already talked about, we were completely focused on our work for about 2 hours. We grinded for about 2 hours, and then I left a few things here that you know, just I'll wait till tomorrow. And then when we got home, how much focus of mine did you get?
100%.
100p. We were cooking, we were playing, we were throwing Finn up in the air, like really high, you know. And it was just us. Like we were just us, and I wasn't thinking about work. Now that's a discipline. It's hard to do. It's not easy to completely focus. But sometimes, and I tell people, this is not about becoming a workaholic. That's not what this is about. This is about learning to focus and making every part of your life important to you. So at that moment, the playtime was really important to me. I wanted to give you 100% of my playtime, 100p. So for you guys, when you're doing your schoolwork, mm-hmm. how much effort are you going to give?
100%.
100%. When it's time for school, 100%. When it's time for homework, 100%. Because when you do it, you just get it done, and it's done. Then when you go to play your video games, you give 100%, but you time it. You got to time it. You got to go, okay, I'm going to give this 1 hour, or I'm going to give this half an hour. I'm going to give this like however much time. And then stick to it. Because the problem with the video games, the problem with the cell phones and the Facebooks and the social medias and all that stuff, the issue with them, because they can be great. Video games can be awesome. And social media can be awesome. All that stuff can be really good, really, actually. The issue with them is this. They are built on purpose by the developers to be addicting. They do it on purpose. So there's a little ding, and there's a little, and there's a little, you know, like think about this, Jack, because I see you going like, addicting. How could they would do that to me? They would, 100%. So let me ask you this: when you were playing Jedi last night, and then our character died, and it's like regenerating, and you see that screen. How badly do you want to keep going?
Really badly.
That's the addicting. They're doing that to you. Like they want you to want to keep going.
Why would they want us to do that? Did that give them more money? Because it doesn't, I don't think.
It does, 100% gives them more money. Because you fall in love with their game, you play their game more often, and then you buy more of their games. That's how it works. If you spend more time on those devices, then all of a sudden you finally beat that game, and then you want to buy a new game, then you want to buy a new game, then you want to buy a new controller, then you want to buy a new system, and like even think about all the sports games, right? Like why are we buying the Madden 2021 when we've already got the Madden 20 and the Madden 19 and the Madden 18 and the Madden 17 and the Madden 16, right? Well, it's because they're putting on new little things that are addicting that make you want to like play the new version of that thing, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, same with phones.
Same with phones.
There's new ones, new
That's
ones,
right.
new ones, new
That's
ones.
right. So the key is just trying to understand that honestly, I don't even think they're bad people. Because, like, should they make people addicted? No. But at the same time, everybody has free will. Everyone could choose their own path. And so that's just good business. Like, that's good business to try to get people to love your product so much that they keep using it. I mean, right?
Yeah.
That's good business. So we as consumers just have to be smart enough to go, all right, I understand you're a good businessman, Xbox maker. You know, I'm not going to be one of the people that becomes addicted. I'm not going to become one of those people that just like mindlessly goes into this thing for hours and hours and hours and hours each day. But instead, I'm going to protect myself from those outside forces. I'm going to use the E.R.O.S in my life, the environment, the rituals, the outside forces, and the scheduled expectations. I'm going to use these things in order to empower myself to feed my focus. All right. So that's it, guys. That is our show. Do you have anything else you want to add here? Get your hands off my bubble water. This kid is just drowning in my bubble water. What do you got to add?
There was one more left. I had to get it.
So good.
I have an example of an outside force.
Whatever. Just something you want to end today. Like look at your shirt, bro. 100% every play. That's funny. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
This wasn't planned, by the way.
That was planned. That was 100% planned. Think about this. That's 100p. That's giving 100% of your attention, of your focus, of your energy every single play. You know how hard that is to do as in a sport? It's hard not to lose your focus. It's hard not to like zone out a little bit, you know? But you got to give 100% every play. Every play meaning like every moment of your life. And sometimes you got to give 100% into sleeping. Give 100% into playing. Give 100% into family time. You know, give 100% into vacation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not about work. This is about feeding your focus and using your focus to better your life. Mm-hmm. All right. So what do you got to add? Anything you want to add onto this show before we wrap it up?
Joey. Yep. The Joey.
The Joey Sweeney.
The Joey Sweeney. How to protect himself.
Big shout out. You got to speak in the mic there, Quinnen. So this is a message. Hold on. I'm gonna just hear. Joey Sweeney, if you're out there, Joey Sweeney, I know you're not in the studio. That's why the show is a little bit clunky, but you know what? We're having a good show. But the Quentin, the man, Q Dog, he's got a message for you, Joey Sweeney. So if you're watching, this message is for you. And today we're talking about outside forces, protecting ourselves from outside forces. All right, so go ahead.
Joey, how to protect himself from the outside forces when I beat him 127 to 23 in 2K.
Wait.
I turned the Xbox off.
Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. I think my headphones, something went weird. I think this side wasn't working because I heard you say 127 to what?
13.
To 13? Like 127 points? To 13 points? Wait. Are you talking about 2K, like the basketball game? Like the thing Joey brags about all the time? You beat him 127 to 13? What happened? What did he do? Did he like rage quit or something? He did? Joey Sweeney did a rage quit? Wow. Now that's a powerful outside force that I know that Joey's going to need to be careful about because, I mean, that's an embarrassment. I mean, that is like a... What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, that would have been
It's a blowout.
Whoa. I've never really seen a video game go more than 200.
Yeah, well, like, here's the thing. It was 127.
Whoa.
127. And the thing is, the video game didn't even know it could go that high until Quentin played Joey. And then it was like, whoa, we can get this high. That's crazy. I know. What about you, Jack? You got anything to add here?
Not really.
Did you guys have fun today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, I'm glad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Mornings with Matt show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We sure appreciate you being on the channel here. Please do not let me start that over. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel. Help us to spread this light-driven content to the planet. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thanks for listening to Mornings with Matt. Please like, subscribe, and follow us at Deering Acting Studio to keep up with the latest content. For more information on classes, private lessons, or professional development coaching, visit www.deeringstudio.com. Have a Deering day, everyone.